believe we're going to bring you a really good show today. Our co-host today is not going to be in the studio. Our co-host today is going to be in St. Petersburg, Florida. The technology is just off the charts. I hope this all works. We got to make it work. And that would be someone that I met recently, several months ago. And they have become the title sponsor of Tea Time with the ProNoun and co-hosting with me because very knowledgeable golfer, an excellent golfer in his own right. Member over there at Calvary, one of the fine clubs in central New York, and also knows as much about insurance as anybody else because he's president of CH Insurance. They've been around for 25 years. Mr. Joe Convertino, good morning.
Wow, Perry, I feel like I should run down a red carpet with that introduction. Thank you. How you been, sir?
I'm good. Okay, now, tell us, because I always like to get these human interest stories. You know, we get a sponsor on the air, and everything is commercials, and we talk about insurance. No, we want to know who you are and why you're in St. Petersburg instead of right up here in the studio, Mr. Convertino. Sometimes life gets in the way, and there are family things we have to take care of, but I would like to know what's going on in St. Petersburg this morning, and I hope that our audience would as well, because you're not exactly a stranger to the show. You've been co-hosting with me for the last several months. Tell us what you're doing down there.
Well, I think I told you guys my two daughters live down here. One works virtually for us in personal insurance, so does a lot of servicing and quoting in the business for home, auto, and personal insurance. And my other daughter, this was kind of right after COVID, came down here and went to school to be an esthetician, Perry. So
okay, wait, hang on a second. Did you say esthetician?
Esthetician is facials, you know, the oils, the cleaning of the face massage, and we went to see her new lab studio where she works down in downtown St. Pete. Beautiful area.
Okay.
96 degrees. It's probably 80 right now with the humidity level high. And I do want to let you know, Perry, this was a trip with no golf.
Oh, wow.
No golf, Perry.
Oh, wow. Good for you. Now, listen, I need an esthetician. I'm convinced I need an esthetician. So you're going to clean out all my pores in my face and get rid of all my wrinkles?
Yes, I would even, gift that for you, Perry. But we've had a great time. The beach it's too hot for the beach. We rented a little small house for 3 nights. I'm flying back today with Linda and my other daughter, and we've had a great time. Dinners have been great. And like you said, last week you were with the family. It's great to connect.
Yep.
And just do nothing, Perry. We did nothing.
Yeah, do nothing. By the way, the beach at St. Petersburg, Joe, is one of the best beaches I've ever been on, period. Did you have a chance to go?
Oh, yeah. We had dinner the first night and then went down there, but it is beautiful, beautiful. I mean, the construction down here is just off the charts with what's going on. And great place to get to because you got the Tampa airport, which is 12 minutes, and then there's also a small St. Pete airport, which is less than 5 minutes from their place. So, and Allegiant flies in there. So, growing city.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, have you been watching any of this FedEx playoff leaderboard thing here? The Tour Championship at East Lake Golf Club. You ever played East Lake?
No, but you haven't, Perry, have you?
Oh, yes, I played it several times.
Okay.
When I was on tour.
Yourself, Perry,
what?
who do you think, little history question for you. Who belonged to East Lake many, 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 many years ago? Legendary golfer.
Okay, hang on a second. East Lake, Atlanta, Georgia. Got to be Bobby Jones.
Bobby Jones.
There you go. By the way, it was a guess. It was a pure guess. But you made the connection with Atlanta. That was easier for me.
Oh, shoot. I shouldn't have done it. But what the history of that course. But Perry, Scheffler in the FedEx, he starts 10 under. Okay,
yes.
That would be like me starting 10 under against you and not beating you.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But I've been watching, the quality of the players at this Tour Championship is off the charts. The leaderboard is exactly where it should be. All of them are there. Victor Hovland, Colin Morikawa, they're both, Scotty's in there, Keegan Bradley, Xander Schauffele, John Rahm, Rory McIlroy. Come on, Matt Fitzpatrick. They're all there. Max Homa. I like the leaderboard. Even Tony Finau is still in the hunt. Jason Day is still there. They're all there. Tommy Fleetwood, Ricky Fowler. But they have to have the good day. Today is what? Tell us what we call it now, Joe. You know,
because when I play, it's moving day.
Yes,
moving day.
Yes, moving day. This is where they step up. Yes.
What is the check for the winner tomorrow evening?
I don't know.
How much is that check?
Well, it's going to be a big check because this is the part of the FedEx Cup playoffs. I don't know what it's going to be. They keep changing those things, and they keep upping the purses just to outdo one another. But I read an interesting article about Jay Monahan. He was starting to bark again. Well, he isn't barking. He's more like whining again. Maybe not whining. He's not whining. He's probably just trying to be politically correct. Joe, the reason that these guys are together, Liv and the PGA Tour are talking to each other, is because of the millions and millions of dollars in fees that they've been paying the lawyers to sue each other.
I know, Perry. I know. Speaking of Jay Monahan, Perry, did you watch the Payne Stewart Award and get teary-eyed and, emotional the other night?
I'm sorry, I did not.
Okay. Well, guess who won the Payne Stewart Award?
Who was it? Who did it?
Oh, who's the? I thought you'd know.
No, I don't.
The guy from the Gary Koch, the guy from NBC.
Oh yes. Oh, good.
Gives back tremendously. Family man.
Yes.
Looked upon by the PGA Tour, and then they just give the history of the award, and it goes back to '02, and then they show how Payne became as a player. I don't know. Did you ever have Payne Stewart on the show, Perry, way back?
No, I never did.
What a guy. I love the knickers.
Yep.
I love his outfits. He was just great. And I still remember that U.S. Open when he won down in Pinehurst. He looked to Phil. Phil was having his first kid. He goes, "You're going to be a father. Don't worry. You're going to be a father."
I remember.
Do you remember that?
Of course. I remember like it was yesterday. Of course. Yeah, and he was so appreciative. And in fact, you could see the emotion in his face as he embraced Phil, and Phil loved him anyway. Most of the players liked him a lot. He was different. He was a little cocky at times, but he was all for the team. He loved the Ryder Cup. He wanted USA, go. He was really a special guy, and I'm so glad that they do that. And Gary Koch is so well respected and liked on the tours. There is no reason to dislike Gary Koch, and he's one of those guys that does his job on TV without the big flair. We don't have to wait. He's consistent, but you got to pay attention to what he's saying because he knows what he's talking about.
He knows what he's saying. One more quick story that made Payne Stewart. If you remember the Ryder Cup in 1999, that Sunday, they had those ugly shirts on. Remember those ugly shirts?
Yes.
Payne, the tournament's over. We win. Colin Montgomery had about a 10-footer. He had about a 6-footer. And he said, "You know what? You're good, Colin. This means nothing." And he gave him the putt. What a classy guy.
Yep. He did things like that because he was embraced. I think his relationship with golf is something that a lot of us would love to have. Payne Stewart had a relationship with golf. My brother wrote a story about relationships.
Really?
Yeah, with golf. I should let you read it sometimes. Very, very profound. And it's true. People who play golf, if you're lucky enough, if you're a golfer and you're lucky enough to establish a relationship with golf, and by the way, the relationship can be different for everybody, but there is a relationship that you can establish with the game of golf that is really fun, and it's something that you'll never forget, folks. That's all I can say. I don't know how else to explain it, Joe.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It could be with friends. It could be for business. It could be with your wife and family. I mean, it could be competitive.
Yep.
So that was great. So I just thought we should touch base on that Payne Stewart Award because it was on the Golf Channel Tuesday night because they make a big deal about the last FedEx, the Tour Championship, and all the golfers were there. The 30 pros were there, and it's an awesome event. And your buddy Jay Monahan spoke. He just said the PGA, in great shape, but it was more about the award. I thought he was going to get into some other stuff, but that wasn't the place for it.
Well, I apologize to you and the audience for not watching. I was in a tournament that day. And I don't know what happened that night. I must have crashed.
Well,
and that was it. But listen, you are going to be co-hosting the show. Are you able to stay right down there with us for the entire hour?
Well, of course. On the next break, I may jump in the pool, Perry, but